Oh, great. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you and see you perfectly.
Perfect. I can hear you perfectly too. And good evening to you there. Thank you very much for this opportunity. And
Thank you.
someone says they can.
Thank you, Alvin.
You're very welcome. And before we begin, let me just say advance happy birthday to you. It's going to be your birthday
Thank
tomorrow.
you. Yeah, it is my
That's
birthday
amazing.
officially in the Philippines.
Yes, so happy birthday to you, and whatever you wish, I hope it will be granted.
Amen. Amen, Alvin. And I am so
Yes.
excited because it's 9 p.m. here in Puerto Rico, but in the Philippines, it's already my birthday. And I am so grateful to
Yes.
finally have 21 years old to live the best experience in my life, which is being in the Miss Universe Puerto Rico pageants. So I am just grateful for the time that I am in right now. And especially having the moment to finally speak to you. I admire your work so much with your page, the support that you bring to the candidates once the Miss Universe competition starts, and all of your Filipino fans. I know the love and the support that they show not only to their candidate, but also to all of the amazing women who represent their countries. So thank you for this amazing time in which your followers, my followers, can get to know me a little better, and of course, hear me speaking English.
Yes, exactly. Thank you very much for that. And you're amazing. And this is also a great opportunity for us non Spanish speakers to know you and to listen to your story as well. So let's officially begin. I know many people already know you, but tell us something still about yourself.
Of course. Well, I am Michelle Mariconon. I am 20 years old, but about to be 21st tomorrow. And I would describe myself as an ambitious woman. I always visualize what can I do next? What can I dream and aspire to do with my experiences in life? So I have always been entered in what is the arts. I love dancing. I love singing. I love being in a theater because I feel that that is my safe place where I can manifest all of my talents to a public and especially to judges who just want to know who you are and what you can bring to the world. So I've always taught myself to look for the beauty into our possibilities because I always mention that possibilities are endless. So I started during the modeling industry when I was 15 years old. And I started, I would say, getting that feeling of being on a runway, having that attitude, the full glam moment. Once
Yes.
I had 18 years old, I participated in a pageant called Miss Teen World here in Puerto Rico, where I gained the title of Miss Teen Americas Puerto Rico. And during that month of preparation, I later wanted to represent my island in the best possible way I can. So, to my surprise, with all of my hard work, my dedication, I achieved the first back-to-back of the contest and also that second crown in which we dreamed of in Puerto Rico because possibilities are limitless.
Exactly. So thank you so much for sharing all of that. We truly appreciate that. So, in connection to your experiences in beauty pageants, would you consider yourself a pageant veteran or still kind of a newbie when it comes to beauty pageants?
Yeah, well, of course not a newbie because thank God I have the experience of being in a previous pageant where, the strategies are the same. You want to know more about your country, but also about the country that you're representing. I gained so much knowledge about different cultures just by simply talking to somebody. Because once you have that conversation, the differences that you share in different parts of the world is something that has regained, I would say, my ambition and my advocacy to be in a platform such as a beauty pageant, because we not only get to wear our sashes of the towns that we represent, but we also expose ourselves so that people around the world can get to know what is our message in life, what can we achieve through action, what can we achieve through a simple conversation, through a simple message. And it is only a person who can make that happen. So being in beauty pageants since I was a teenager, my first pageant, Miss Teen Americas, to the transition from being Miss Universe Puerto Rico, Loiza, has really affirmed my purpose in life, which is to help others.
Very good. Thank you so much for that. And actually, we've been here. I personally have been hearing you ever since 2019 during the time of Madison Anderson, because many people have been sending me that you might be competing in the future, and now we're here. But let me just ask you, what made you feel and realize that 2021 is the perfect time for me to compete?
Wow, first of all, I would say that God's plan is perfect because I always had that in mind, but in the year 2020, but hello, the
Yes.
pandemic happened. I really wanted to compete when I was 20 years old, but God's time is perfect, and I feel that, you know, the experiences in life is what makes you mature. But having 21 years old and being exposed to what it is, a Miss Universe pageant, I believe that I can regain more knowledge through the age that I am in. So I would say that I feel completely prepared, about physically, mental, and for me, most importantly, spiritually. Because we always need to have in count what is our mental health when we go into this type of experience, because you get to learn, you get to have different I would say teachings from all of the girls that you share with. So it's amazing the time that I am living right now. And I feel so blessed to be competing in a time where being a voice and being an inspiration is so important in today's society.
Wow, very good. Thank you. And speaking of you, as a very young candidate, oops, are you there? Something got lost for a moment. Okay, let me repeat the question. I mean, for
Yeah.
someone like you, yes, for someone like you who's very young, at 21 tomorrow, we have seen that the recently winners of Miss Universe under IMG are quite a bit older than the previous eras. And by average, we're like at 25 years old for the winners under IMG. Do you think being a young candidate like you has a disadvantage?
I believe that having the age that I have brings me the possibility of gaining knowledge more quickly. You know, I can listen and I can perceive, I can analyze, and I can apply more easily because I am in the age of knowledge, you know, where I want to learn something and apply it to my daily life, because I am right now reconstructing what my life is going to be. And I also feel that I connect with the younger generation in a mental health aspect, that it is so important in today's times, because I have a foundation that is called Care Empowerment Program, in which we talk to kids, we talk to women who have faced sexual assault, where they have been dealt with difficult episodes of bullying during those stages of finding who you can truly be. So I am very connected in that sense, where I have the younger generation supporting me, and I also have a generation that wants young leaders to make a change, and I believe that I can be that young leader.
Thank you very much. And it's great that you were able to mention your care advocacy, because I was actually about to ask that question too. Since you have already talked about it, but let me ask you, why did you choose that among all other
Why
possible
did you choose?
advocacies? Yes, why did you
Oh, why did I
choose?
choose to create my foundation? Well, ever since I
Exactly.
was 14 years old, I always participated in different activities of foundations that were taking place in Puerto Rico, from kids with cancer. I've dealt with melatonin
Wow.
patients. That's why I also have the love of being a doctor, being a dermatologist, but specialized in what is surgery, because health has always been something very important to me, not only to my family, to my friends, but the society in general. So once I started participating in those activities where being hand in hand with your community was something that I lived daily, I really wanted to make it personal. And to be completely honest, it was born through a personal experience, because I was bullied my entire life because of the way that I looked. You know, from racism, xenophobia, because my mom is Dominican, my dad's Puerto Rican. I was always, I never felt really secure about the way that I looked because of the different opinions around me. So I wanted to be that woman who says, I'm here for you. I listen to your story, and you know that I support you in every step of the way. So that is why I founded Care Empowerment Program, where you get to analyze and study who you are. You learn to love yourself. You can respect the woman, the man, the person that you are. And finally, you empower yourself, because you know the difficult situations that you have been in your life, and turn those difficult situations into something that can create beautiful change.
I mean, I'm just impressed. That's so beautiful. I mean, that everything that you said and everything that you are is actually one of the reason why beauty pageants are very relevant, and it will always be relevant. So thank you so much for everything that you're doing and for inspiring people as well. Thank you. We truly appreciate that.
Thank you. It
That's
has always been my
amazing.
purpose. Always been my purpose. And I always say this fact, that may your hands be a sign of gratitude and reverence to the human condition. So I always have that in
Wow.
mind.
Impressive. Thank you very much. And you have described earlier that if you would describe yourself, you would describe yourself as someone ambitious. But for people who are very close to you, how do you think they would describe you in one word?
Fun. Fun, because I am always doing something artistic or something that is out of my comfort zone. But I love having how do you say, the retos? I love having challenges in my life where I can excel myself in a way that I never thought that I could. So being that spontaneous self in my friend group, in my family, my parents, they studied business, and I am the first to be a doctor. I hope so, but I am the first to become a
Wow.
doctor in my family. So I've always been a fun person to be around. And I hope that if anyone comes to Puerto Rico, I need to take you to Loiza, because then you're going to have this full spectrum of who I am, dancing bomba, eating some of our delicious food, and especially being surrounded by nature. I love being surrounded by nature because it brings me peace, and it connects with my true essence, which is simply being happy and knowing that I am so grateful for the life that I have.
Thank you. Because some people may assume that what beauty queens are too perfect, too serious, focusing only on competition. But sometimes, or most of the time, you are fun too. You have the
Yeah,
fun
of
personality and
course.
bubbly personality too. So, so thank you so much for that. And with all your experiences in your beauty pageants, what do you think is the most important lesson that you have learned?
To be grateful, and to be focused. I believe that every human being should have an ambition. And once they know that every step of the way is a new step into reaching your goal, and I believe that those interconnect in a beautiful manner in the experience that I am living right now, being Miss Universe Loiza. And I hope that I can bring this aspect also, being Miss Universe Puerto Rico, and hopefully Miss Universe.
And very good, because my next question is also connected to that. I mean,
Oh,
Puerto Rico, I really loved it because all of your answers are quite connected to my follow-up question. And let me just
oh
say
well, I
that
love that. We're very
all of my
connected.
questions are live. These questions were not given to you ahead of time, so let's just clear that out. Now, Puerto Rico has placed three years successfully in a row in Miss Universe, and very impressive placements, to be honest. So why do you think you are the best choice to send to Miss Universe?
Because above my age and the retention that I can have learning new experiences, the way that I connect with the young generation in a physical, emotional, and spiritual self, and the way that I can be an inspiration to little black girls who have wanted to see that representation of black beauty queens in a platform like Miss Universe. I have had many conversations with little girls who say, I want to be like you, or I want to be Miss Universe Puerto Rico. I want to be in your shoes. And that to me is the purpose of being a beauty queen. The way that you can inspire others to maybe change perspectives about what they can do. But once you see that there is a woman actually completing her mission and being the voice of so many people, I know that I can be an excellent representation of what a Puerto Rican woman is, of what an African Caribbean woman is, and especially what Michelle Maricolon is.
Okay, very good. Wonderful. Thank you so much for that. And once you will be crowned as Miss Universe Puerto Rico, you will go to Miss Universe and not only represent your city, but also your entire country. So we're already thinking ahead. So imagine, yes. So let's imagine right now that you are already Miss Universe Puerto Rico 2021. I would like to ask you a favor. Could you please give us a, a sample introduction, a sample introduction in Miss Universe, assuming that you are now Miss Universe Puerto Rico. So your name
Oh
and
my,
then your country, so that we'll
oh
have an
my
idea on
goodness,
how
I
it's
just
going to
got
be,
goosebumps.
on how
Okay,
it's going to
wait.
be once you go to Miss Universe.
Okay. I'm
Yes.
gonna envision myself. I do this every single night because I have a vision board where I not only place this type of goal of being Miss Universe Puerto Rico, but also all of my goals. So I believe I'm ready to say, Michelle
Very good.
Maricolon, Miss Puerto Rico.
I love that. And that's what we're going to hear once you go to Miss Universe. So, Michelle, I just wanted to say thank you very much. This is such a great opportunity for us to know you. But before I let you go, what is your message to the people who are supporting you and will be supporting you in this entire journey?
Wow, I would just like to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart, because every single day I receive support not only from my town, not only from different people who live in Puerto Rico in distinct parts of our island, but also internationally. You know, I've been able to even say Kapkunka because I have Thai fans supporting me. I have Philippine fans supporting me, and that to me only motivates me into achieving more than I have today. And I always aspire to be the best version of myself, and I feel so every single supporter is with me and accompanying me in this trajectory during the crown. So I would just say thank you, and I hope that during that final night, the 30th of September, you can also be with me, realizing that I am on my mission, standing on the stage of Miss Universe Puerto Rico.
Wow, thank you so much. Beautiful message. And I will not let you go. I mean, you have mentioned that they have taught you to speak Kapunka, so I will not let you go without teaching you or letting you speak a Filipino word as well. Yes, and the most common one is mabuhay. That is the most common greeting for the
Mabuhay
Philippines.
Philippines!
Wow, very good. I mean, wow, you said it perfectly. So thank you so much for that. Let's do it one more time.
Mabuhay Philippines!
Beautiful. Thank you very much. So again, Michelle, I just would like to wish you all the best and hopefully everything that you wished for, especially on your birthday tomorrow, will be granted and we know what it is. So thank you so much for sharing your story, for sharing your journey. And as what I've said earlier, for all of us who cannot understand Spanish, so this is really a great opportunity for us to know you. And we truly, truly appreciate this moment. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alvin. It is such an honor to be connected with you during these times where this type of connection, virtual connection, is so important in today's society. So I would just like to say thank you for connecting me to different parts of the world so that they can truly get to know me. And I admire your work
Yes.
so much, and I am blessed. I am blessed.
Oh wow, I appreciate that. And we will be keeping an eye on you until the crowning of Miss Universe Puerto Rico 2021. And
Amen.
I know we are all many of the fans are really hoping that it would be you.
Amen. I always say, and this is my daily mantra: eyes on the prize, mind on the objective, and God in my heart.
Wow, very good. So again, thank you so much. I know it's already late in your country, but thank you again very much for this opportunity. You can have your rest and we will be keeping an eye always. So have a good night and thank you everyone as well
Thank you.
who have joined this live. We truly appreciate it.
And thank you. Hey, have a nice day. Yeah, you said have a nice night, but have
You
a
too,
good
have a good
day.
night. And rest well because I know you're very busy with the competition. Thank you very
Oh, I
much.
love being busy.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh, I would like to thank as well. Um,
huh?
the person who made this interview possible. I'm not really sure his name, but of course his Instagram is Mano Primero.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
Thank you
My
so much for
goodness.
making this interview possible.
He's part of my team, and he's been
Yes.
an integral person during this preparation. So he knows how much I appreciate him. I love every single person who composes my team, and he just makes my dreams even more possible.
Yes, and I'm sure they're very proud of you.
Yeah, I am so glad for
So,
that.
yeah, so good night and thank you very much once again. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye. Mabuhay.
How are you doing it again? Thank